hit this guy up. We're gonna play
from
games.
Earth. He's super funny too.
It looks like
Nick Merckx. You can tell he is an interesting scale. There's an on-screen judgment for how serious he's taking the game, and it's the more that he leans in, the less of his face you see, the more intently he's playing. You see, he's only about 75% of the way leaned in right now. He could be leaning a little bit more. Nick, get on it. Okay.
I'm actually curious. Let's listen in. Oh, that was CDN. Let's listen in.
Got them both?
There's a guy above?
No, that's it. I just need to heal.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. Right back at you, boys. Right back at you. Got rocket launchers?
I've got
Nick,
clingers.
That's a grenade launcher.
Or grenade launcher, sorry.
Oh,
Almost like
as well.
clockwork. He can...
Let's try to get this split.
Okay.
Get some of
He
those
heard you.
shields,
He said,
maybe?
"My bad, Lupo.
You don't have any
My
heals,
bad."
right?
I have nothing, homie. Nothing.
Yeah, we need to get you some heals.
And, some
Got
top tier
bandages
comms from
right
these
here.
guys. Just talking about what they've got
Yeah,
going
use those
on.
bandages.
It's not really like a ha.
Yeah.
There was a
That's why you laughed that loud. I see.
Yeah.
I was concerned, but I get it.
these guys looking down on a greasy Punisher and Gubba
Are they fighting?
and trying to discuss where necessarily to go. They see the fighting, the west side. There's a third-party situation. They're going to fly in on top, especially because that's a drop down. So the top-down advantage is just given basically for free. Gets Cody, goes for Immortal as well, gets both. Excellent push from Gubba and Punisher, taking advantage of these guys are all mixing up right now, and we're here too. We need to be. We need your attention. Ninja and Cloak push on the outside, gets Sony Trust down, which means Manuel Ferreira is somewhere out here.
Other guys.
They're just trying to mix it up, looking for
He's getting in the
teammate.
ATK.
getting an ATK. Sounds like Manuel Ferreira's going to try and drive away.
4 times in the ATK.
Oh, yep, he's rolling away. Don't trust. See you, bud. It was fun, but I gotta go.
This is exactly the play, right? When in doubt, you just get in an ATK and drive away.
I kind of don't blame him for abandoning his teammate, because when you're up against Cloak and Ninja, you might as well throw your computer out the window. Lucky for me, I'm in the basement, so that means I would just put it out in my front yard.
He's a one on
Oh,
one.
wow, look, he finds Parallax,
Get him. He's so
but
weak.
goes down
That's
instead.
a big team. That's
But
the one
look,
who just won.
He destroyed,
luckily.
establishing both. They got both eliminations. Yep, they're still getting pushed from a third party. Destroyer's got to get the revive on Symphony.
But where is that third party coming from? Look, so this is the third party here. It's Tim and Reaver.
Tim the Tap.
Wait, so there's 4 teams?
There's probably 12 teams. Tim gets knocked down. Tim and screaming. I've never heard him yell before.
What?
Right. Excellent shot there. Surthy gets knocked down. Reaver going for the thirst there. That means his teammate right there pushing up. Tomato. Crafty with the skin swap to disorient his opponents.
You can see Crafty laughing. So that's what Tim yelled was, Crafty is a tomato.
Also the tomato junction.
I did not know Vivid likes to hang out near Junction.
There's a lot of old cars here, and they're all smushed. They look like pancakes. And I love pancakes. Zeke, I could go for some pancakes right now. Do you have any pancakes, Zeke?
How did you know?
Get me some pancakes.
Dang it. Now I have to share the pancakes.
Share the pancakes. Looks like Vivid. Really, really accurate tap fire there as he's rotating away. The purple AR, super accurate, even at moderate range. Using C4 to just kind of smash out the little 1x1s to build up shield damage. Full Nelson trying to put down the launch pad.
Got him.
Oh,
That's P90 Princess going down. Loot heading their way, so Vivid has 2 eliminations under his belt.
One of the most depressing moments in the game is when you think to yourself, if I put this launch pad down and jump on it, I will live. And then you hit your shins on it, you stub your toe, and you get eliminated. It's very sad.
Speaking of eliminated, Pokimane is down. Myth is by himself right now.
Trying to swap between weapons there. Does not have any ammunition. That gray SMG. He's got a green AR, 78 rounds. Oh! And the pump action.
Wow, I was actually, it's cool that he didn't go for the elimination, because a lot of players would say, look, I just need this point. Myth says, I don't need that elimination. Let me eliminate his teammate. And
He plays a trio here, a dusty, what's left of the depot above the divot. Or if it's the fancy divot, we pronounce it DeVoe. The T is silent. DeVoe.
Oh, it was
Space Lion.
Now that's weird. You typically don't see Space Lion gargoyling.
Banks is going to yell at you for that. He knows that you know
He's
better
up
than
high,
that.
he's up high.
Banks, don't worry. I'll take care of
Oh,
it.
they're running around.
Shout out the face. Seeing if Spaceline's teammate wants some grenades as well. She has a
made it
handful
in.
of them, and she's handing them out one at a time. Kitty getting super aggressive. She this is pretty standard for her when she plays too. She is typically an in-your-face kind of player. She's really, really good up close. Her shotgun play is always top tier. She can snipe too. Don't get me wrong. I've seen some crazy shots from her, but I'm looking forward to her dropping in there and mixing it up. I would just want her to plumb it in and say, "I'm here. I have one grenade left,
Where?
but I don't need it because I have a pump action."
I couldn't agree with you more. We've seen her play throughout the last few weeks, and you hit the nail on the head, right? She's an aggressive player, and often I think she catches players off guard with how aggressive she is. Like, who would just jump down and say, "Hey, look, you know what? Like you saw the player was looking up. They're not expecting someone to jump down."
Caught Julia.
Kitty's is
off
like,
guard.
"Hey, I'm right here. Hey, how you doing?"
And she actually, you see, before we cut to the six here, she was scoping in on somebody. There might be somebody outside in the storm. We'll have to see here, but back down and greasy, top tier action, and that's not a joke. There's actually there's somebody. Hysteria and Fear itself are trying to scope out the senior. There's shots coming out from the doghouse. They have somebody right in front of you, like 75 right there. He's actually going to peek over the top. He's got a bolt action. Hysteria, an excellent player, super accurate. Gets Melberger the knockdown, those grenades, and he's trying to kind of go for the flank here. That's going to be a tough angle to beat.
Jay
That's
Cyrus.
rough. Jay Cyrus goes down. He does get the knock on Fear, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, can't secure the elimination, so no points heading their way.
Ninja and Cloak out here. He's C4ing out the structure, going for the shots, gets a pump action tag on him. He's building up. The drop back down. He's got a chug jug, but now is not the time to use that. This is gonna be a rough 15 seconds for Cloak. No pressure, Cloak, but don't get eliminated.
Here's the thing, too, is a storm comes in 8 seconds. So he's literally racing for the chug, but then they're going to take storm damage anyway.
He's got this, though.
He's got it. Okay. Hefe, we believe.
He's in storm. What do you want to try to
Headed straight down. Finds the elimination. Okay, so wait, that was just a down.
Sticky up guard.
So there's
Teammate's still over there, right there in front of him. Ninja's going to push up, get a little more aggressive. He's just going to use the drum gun, swap to the shotty. Drum gun, swap to the shotty. Kind of have to wait for the cooldown. He's utilizing it really well. There we go. Just needed a little more accuracy, laying the shots. He does come away with a med kit, so storm damage is basically mitigated already.
Yeah. And that's pretty good. I mean, look at the storm. It's moving pretty slowly. They're outpacing it by a little bit, so they're okay.
Have you ever watched him play?
Have you ever seen someone that's just like so good at something that you think, why is this person this amazing?
Yeah.
That's high distortion literally every time. When he sleeps, better than everyone else.
Yeah.
When he's awake, better than everyone
He actually is better than me when he's asleep. No, he really is. I think last summer skirmish I played when it was duos, he was actually asleep and did outplay me.
Oh
There's
gosh.
clips of it, believe me.
He's literally just asleep
He's
in his
actually
chair
asleep.
playing.
Why do you think he doesn't run a cam? Because he's always sleeping. That's his secret.
my gosh.
It's a secret.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that's true. HD, do you even sleep? Or are you like a robot?
See, he didn't respond.
I
Robot
don't, I
and
don't.
takes down Monster.
Means KP is somewhere around here, probably hiding. A snipe shot came up from the front right as well, and he just barely dodged it. There might be another team here, potentially. It depends on where KP is, if she's hiding down underneath, if she was close enough to Monster, or if they were kind of split. It all depends. Actually, it looks like we... Yeah, okay, so Ninja and Cloak are coming up. That means Ninja and Cloak are going to engage Valkyrie. You have both POVs, because Ninja just took out KP, Monster's teammate, who high distortion Valkyrie just got. So you have a 2v2 situation of 4 extremely good players.
I'm very excited to see how this goes down because Ninja, like you're saying, is literally behind them.
Now, I've seen HD do some crazy stuff. I need that to happen right now.
So how is this going to play out, Luke? Because so Ninja's running up from literally behind them. Now there's a secondary team here.
Oh, my. A lot of push from underneath. HD is very, very high. He's got to be careful. He walls off kind of behind him in case there's a snipe, and then he does the flat platform so he can look down from above, take as many shots as he can, trying to defend Valk so that she can get herself in a good position, get an angle. Now, this looks like...
That was Ninja. He's in the blue. He's got the katanas back.
It's true. It's true. Taking shots. They got people underneath. You're right. They're in the front left from HD. He's shooting in that. I don't even... That's not Valkyrie in that box either. There's 3 teams here. Ninja, Cloak, HD, Valkyrie, and mystery team number 3. We'll probably see here in a second. Hopefully. Punisher in the feed takes Mac out. Gets the elimination. Another elimination point for them.
trying to put down shots, trying to like. I'm curious to see where Cloak is. Okay, so that was
Tempo
Pain. And that was
I believe that's Dingledurper's teammate.
yeah, and that was an instant elim, so it was just Pain by himself.
Dingle must have already been eliminated. That means it's a 2v2 HD. Valkar. I'm Dr. Lupo, and I'm bad at pronouncing names that I don't know how to pronounce.
Hysteria by himself right now. Fear itself taken down. He doesn't have any heals.
The best part is...
Whoa, it's Gubba. But look, she has a chug.
But it might not matter. The push down from above. Hysteria's got a wall up. He's got to put the triangle up too if he has the resources, and he does. He's got a ton of metal. You got a double layer above you, especially if that player is shooting down from above. You can't just sit on one surface like that. Yeah, it's got 110 HP to start, but see, like I said, you got to layer up. Get that chug, layer a bunch on top of yourself, and then burrow back down. Change the game.
Literally change the game.
Be the difference between a win and the opposite of a win.
20 players left alive, Lupo. We're moving now toward Loot Lake.
Closing in. The west side of Loot Lake's going to be safe. Right around Factory will be on the south side of the safe zone. They got 60 seconds and some change to rotate now. And Femstep, not the first time she's been caught gargoyling. A lot of these players are, like I said, all it takes is a quarter of a second. It is really, I don't blame her for that in the slightest, because some of these people, they'll see an opportunity in a quarter second and say, now's the time to shoot. Punisher saw it. It was just barely the edge of her character's head hitbox sticking out the top, and that's all you need. Yep. Bolt action's gonna knock you down no matter how much HP and shield you're at, as she knows relatively well now. And
the bouncer.
Very aggressive push.
Takes that step down again.
Didn't have time to heal at all. Gets wilds as well. 2 more eliminations, puts him at 6 for the team, and however many Gubba has.
Oh yes!
And some ecstatic excitement from Gubba. They're doing really, really well. I don't think that she ever has said anything like that in her life, by the way. She is pure of heart, almost always on stream. So hats off to her. The excitement gets the best of you, man. Vivid disguised toast.
Vivid has a thermal AR right now.
I think even he was surprised at the fact that shot hit. He only did about 30 shield damage, but I couldn't even see, I don't think, that target there. I'm super close to this display in front of me right now. Did 2 more shots. Shield damage, you got 2 targets rotating over there, going right to left. They're going to keep building those ramps like a surface protection, but they have to move. The zone has them in a bad spot. Nobody's going to build out in the water, because you're asking for failure by doing that. Yep. See minigun shots and whoever's shooting from.
60, there's
or shooting at.
And here's the thing, right? He's literally just looking to third party. He's looking to see if I can get it down, especially from this range. That's a free point.
His third partying was rudely interrupted by rocket sounds and explosions. Startling. Also, stink bomb. Saw that. Smells terrible. Don't stand in that. It will hurt you.
So, like, what do we do here, right? 17 players left. Almost one of the final few circles.
Are you okay?
He's in a good spot because he has about 1 billion materials. I don't think he can carry 1 billion, but he was carrying about 1 billion. He's just used up all his metal, but he still has 800 wood, 980 brick. He can stay up here for quite a while, and there's a big base built underneath it. Sounds like Toast just put down a trap just in case somebody tries to sneak up. They're playing safe, they're playing smart, but they have to rotate soon. 60 seconds. We don't know if they have a launch pad, a bounce pad, or even a smile. I don't think I've seen Vivid smile. Blessius gets knocked, the thermal at 123 meters, and Cruiser, his teammate, is going to have to make a choice here. Go for the elimination, go for the save. And I think it's tough.
See him, yeah.
He sees him through the wood. Just barely. Those little thermal, those heat signatures showing up, giving him an opportunity. He's going for thirst. Blessius going to become a point for Vivid. A statistic. You hate to see that happen, but that's part of the game.
Yep. We need the eliminations, man. Every point matters, especially right now in the final game of the day.
Uzo and Tokata moving in. Meanwhile, back over.
Another elimination.
Get ready.
Bork code going down to Vivid's shotgun, that blue pump.
You know what?
Ruthless 150.
Right.
I think. Right? Isn't that? We're validating. The lab was much faster this time. They said it is in fact more.
That's right.
It is in fact more.
So we saw Creo eliminate someone. Not Vivid eliminated another player. And there's one other player that went down that I believe OP eliminated as well. 8 players. Look, so Lupo, what's fun? And what I'm very happy to see right now is that the storm is moving in toward Loot Lake. It's going to move onto the water.
You like that?
Dude, yeah, because it's going to mean that this action is going to be crazy.
It's going to be nothing but frustration from all these players. Netta to let his teammate up. He's flying in. Here we go. Ghost Teemo, King Richard trying to find an LZ. You got teams fighting it out underneath. There's 7 players. Saint takes out Vivid. He's just flying and trying to not get spotted, staying above people, waiting for Ghost Teemo to establish an LZ. They can drop down in here. They have to make sure that this structure isn't connected by just one. And here we go. The shots coming in. You have multiple teams trying to engage from the same angle, and Rich's best option here is to build up, try and get on top of these players, or try and knock them down. Ghost is taking shots like crazy and gets knocked. Rich, go save your friend. He needs you.
Oh, no.
It's all good.
It's
You hear the clingers coming through. He's got to make a move. That was a really good
not like
timing.
this.
All coming down now.
That was so
Ball
close
damage.
as well.
Channeling his inner Tim the Tatman. Sneaking, prowling.
Got a hell of a rotation.
Be part of the water, Rich.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
they
could.
could.
With the water.
If you sit in the water and you crouch, you can actually sit below floors.
Submarine strat is,
Yep.
is what we call it. Where you turn into a submarine.
200.
Right?
Just very slowly make your way where you're going.
Down periscope. See,
Down low, down low.
time to just dig in.
Go, drop.
5 left.
Symphony and
You see
Destroy.
Symphony Destroy. They're calling for the drop to push in right now as the zone is closing. They take a little bit of damage from that, but not enough to matter. And they're in they have an opportunity here to capitalize. They're going to have to move across, and the zone is still over water. What a finish on this one.
1v2.
OP is eliminated. It's a 2v1 right now.
One bullet.
There's the last.
There it is.
It's King Richard Lupo.
Richard pushing in the last second. That no submarine strat will save you from the accuracy of destroying Symphony. Well played. Holy
seen it.
cow.
We've seen it in the past, man. High ground, especially in these types of situations. That usually leads to a victory.
Usually.
You know?
Not always.
Not always.
Anakin might not have had the high ground, but he still had a chance. Maybe he shouldn't have done a stupid jump flip through the air. I'm just saying.
Oh my. Let's take a look at those. So look at that. If you remember, last game, they activated the Wrecking Ball bonus, so they got 5
Double up
eliminations. They show up on top. Ninja and Cloak right behind them. Disguise Toast Not Vivid in 3rd. Destroy Symphony in 6th. And OP and Saint right behind them. Look at what's interesting is the spread here. Like, everyone was super bloodthirsty that last game, and man, it was action-packed from beginning to end.
A very high number of eliminations across the top 10, the top 12, the top 50. It's crazy to see how action-packed some of these games are, and people are dropping in on each other constantly. I feel like Kingpin might be the most, at least this format that Twitch plays, variety of Kingpin has been the most aggressive gameplay we've seen so far, because people realize that it's a reset every single time. So you don't have to play slow, you don't have to play necessarily as safe, unless maybe you have a multiplier, maybe you wait to take advantage of that. You third-party teams a couple times, but you've seen. I mean, we saw Vivid flying through the air at people, taking advantage of having a bounce pad and just flying right in. Taking as many shots as you can, going for eliminations. We've seen a lot of people playing like that. I want more of that next week too. If you don't do it, I will ban you. I won't actually.